Pretty much just try to do the best I can in everything. You don't want to like be looked as, oh, it's another black man trying to do this. So just basically try to not necessarily fit in, but do the best that I can so that I do stand out and rise above, kind of stuff like that.
Like you still kind of have that, in your mind. And some people may show like resentment towards people of other races for, because of slavery. But me personally, if you don't personally do anything to me, I'm not mad at you. I can't fault you for what your ancestors did to my ancestors. That's a battle that, we shouldn't even have to fight anymore.
I think it makes not just black, but minorities fight harder for what they have, because then they know that they earned it themselves. They were always earning what everything is not just given to them.
Absolutely.
Any minority, and so they're always wanting to fight for what they have.
As far as some of my relatives, I guess I have my grandma. She was only 50 something before she passed, and she's picked cotton. My mom's even picked cotton, and my mom's only 50 years old. I guess kind of coming from that, with my mom, for instance, she has a hard time, when she go to the doctor, she'd be like, oh, I want you to go with me because I don't understand. And I'm like, but that's their job. If you don't understand, tell them you don't understand. They'll explain it to you, or when we go somewhere, especially if the person is white, and I had to explain to my mama, this person is here doing a customer service job. You're a customer. It doesn't matter what color they is. You're the customer. You're right. I see that with my great grandma. She's like 80 and she's up in age. We want to help her. We come in. She kind of don't listen to us. But excuse my, her, the white doctor comes in and she's like, yes sir, no sir, blah blah blah. Do everything you say.
Slavery, it goes back way in the days, but how it would affect me, I really don't have no effect on it because I'm living life. What century is it?
21st.
22nd century. I hope everything get better.
There you go.
The next stage, according to the cross model, is the immersion stage, which is the transitional stage between the individual's former identity and their emerging one. And two final stages, internalization and internalization commitment, which both guide behaviors, attitudes, and mental health propensities that come along with the new identity, follow. Oftentimes, in regards to the African American individual, the newly developed identity could be influenced by past oppressions, such as slavery. In Aileen Eileen's paper, The Internal Oppressor, the Veiled Companion of Racial Oppression, she states that African Americans may have oppressed feelings left over from slavery. Quote, much is known and written about internalized oppression, the process of absorbing the values and beliefs of the oppressor. This process can lead to self-hate, low self-esteem, the disowning of one's group, and other complex defensive behaviors and attitudes. The oppressor is an aspect of the self that functions as an inhibitor, an internal advisory, and an enemy. It is distinct from internalized oppression, which is the process of negative racial internalization.
And where are you from, Nathaniel?
France.
France.
Yeah.
Parlez-vous français?
Yeah, of course.
Je m'appelle Jean.
Okay, cool. That's a French name. Yeah, cool.
Well,
nice
John in the States.
It's the difference between whites and blacks.
Besides, appearance.
Appearance, the way they look. They don't really dress the same, I think. Black people look even more casual sometimes, I think. Okay. They look really cool, but white people look more stressed sometimes, I think.
Mm-hmm. To you, who's the best basketball player?
The best basketball player? That's a hard question. Kobe Bryant, I would say.
Who's your favorite white player?
My favorite white player? He's not really white. Tony Parker is...
Tony Parker, yeah, he's good. He's mulatto, half white, half black.
Yeah,
he's French.
Sure.
In sports, do you believe that African Americans have an advantage?
Oh, sure. I mean, basketball especially, they are more athletic, Mm-hmm. They've always been. So yeah, I think they have an advantage. There are not so many white people who are as athletic as black men. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Other people aside from the African American race may not fully understand the concept of immersion stage, noting that the differences are of little to no significance.
Well, in common, general, in words, I can't really put it in words like I'm supposed to, but we got the opportunity to get among with a lot more others in the world.
I feel like the world wouldn't be or wouldn't exist or evolve if it wasn't some type of racism. I mean, everybody has some type of racism, I believe. I mean, that's just like for me, for instance, if I'm walking down 6th Street and a homeless guy, I don't want him to touch me. I might give him some change or something, but I don't want him to touch me. And that's a form of racism to me because I'm looking at this man, you know, he's dirty, blah, 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 I don't know what he got, don't touch me.
I mean, people have their different opinions, but I see people as a whole, like, I think we're all the same, just we kind of look different. America would be a lot better if we could all just coexist.
If we're going to accomplish anything, unity is definitely important because we have to, there's no way anything can be done without unity. I mean, we have to overcome our differences, our small differences, and just work on the big problems that are going to face us in the future.
Yeah, I think they should try to come together to deal with the issues, but it's going to be always there, and it really doesn't even deal with white and black. I mean, Hispanics are involved. You know, you got people who are down on the Hispanic because they're coming in, they believe they're taking all the employment, you know, they live everywhere, you know, and they believe in producing, you know, so, yeah.
No, I completely understand. I completely understand.
Do I think it'll happen? Hey, who's to say? Probably not in this lifetime. Like, we've came a long way, but we still haven't gone far enough.
Throughout our experiences, listening to numerous stories and hearing multiple encounters and events, we learned that not only is Nigrescence a virtually unknown term amongst all peoples, but also that there are many attitudes involved with the stages of Nigrescence that are very important to consider. We also have concluded, as well as learned from this project, that if all people of all races could reach the point of internalization, then peace and unity amongst various races and groups can be achieved.
Excuse me, ma'am? Can I ask you a few questions? I know everyone sees the camera and starts to walk away.
No.
We're doing a project for our class, African Americans in Sports, and it's not the first laugh, probably not the last. Go, 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 jump. Oh no. So as we finish up our campus-wide search for African Americans to interview about Nigrescence, the results have been, to say the least, a bit flattering. We've gotten quite a few people to interview, and it's a... Why am I even saying this, dude? This makes no sense. We have to be looking for black people, dude. Excuse me? Hi, could I ask you some questions? We're doing a school project.
Sorry, I'm like Russian.
Oh, you're Russian? That's cool. Thank you. She was Russian? That's what I thought. Wasn't that last kid Russian too?
No, he was French.
He was French? Same difference. But then again, just an ignorant white man. We have found, finally, another African American after standing in the same spot for 30 minutes. Such a travesty. And here comes the interview, hopefully. She's Indian, dude. She's Indian. He's Asian. I could understand if he was like a dark Indian or something, but to confuse an Asian guy for a black guy? Here we go. Another, he's not black. Look at that girl's hair. I'm a little puffball on top of my head. Simone, can you say hi?
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good, okay. And do you like microphones?
I like microphones.
You like microphones and music. You're on your way to becoming a recording artist, huh? I played competitive basketball too. I know where you're coming from there. Hold up. Party foul. Is there any chance that you're part African American?
Maybe.
Now you do have some African American in you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Oh, we're not filming yet. We've now learned that we can't film in here, so we're gonna go undercover. Hide that camera in your jacket. We're just trying to find someone who knows what Nigrescence is. Do you know what Nigrescence is?
No, but then you intend to film it?
No. We're just looking for people who know what it is, and then we want to film them. We won't film in here.
Okay, you do know this, like, we can't film in here, right?
Oh yeah, that's fine, we won't. But we're just trying to find someone and take him out and talk to him.
Do you mind, like, closing?
Oh yeah, closing that? Sorry.
Thanks.
Alright, cool. Bad staff. Bad staff. We couldn't find anyone here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a Uncommon word. Not if you're an African Americans in sports. Yo, Nigrescence. It's a word you gotta know, 'cause it's my flow. Little J coming through, don't you oughta know.